advantage of you while practicing loving kindness. Yes. Yeah, that's something we have to think about. How do we stop people taking advantage while practicing loving kindness? So the Buddha is saying something like this: that if you, if the other person be angry and throwing bad words also, the if you are not making yourself angry, you are the one, the who win the most difficult war, because it is not that difficult to hurt others, but it is most difficult to calm ourselves and the tame the unwholesome thoughts. So when thinking about taking advantage, so if we start to fire back, we have to be mindful and we have to be more wise how to handle the situation. So as a so uh, protecting the mind is a one thing, and taking the relevant decisions is another thing. As an example, if thieves comes to your house and stealing things, yes, of course, you shouldn't be angry. And so, but you have to inform the police and the insurance, and you have to uh, do the things like putting surveillance system or to putting cameras also. That is something you should do. The thing you shouldn't do is the being angry. Why we shouldn't be angry? When we being angry, even though we believe we do the right thing, no, we do the wrong thing, or we do things we shouldn't do. So as that is how, that's how these world wars began. Kings fought with each other. When kings felt like the others taking advantage of me, and they take all the tropes and go and fight. When we talk about the king and king, yes, of course we can say that, but because they don't die, they let the other their country people to die, fight for a take that the pride which I had. So no one talk about their lives. When we talk about a film, if it is a film, it's always have a hero to show that hero is so heroic. There is an enemy, and we know that hero won't die. But we always focus to the hero, and we expect not to him die, even any sort of action. But we accept the others getting shot. So likewise, that's how the mind ourselves. So we have to be mindful and loving kindness first, and we have to understand that when we being love, sharing our true love and kindness, it's not like everyone understand your love and kindness. Some may be think that you are so, you are something. See, he doesn't have any power, that's why he doesn't show power. No, the real power is taming your mind or controlling your mind. Wise people will praise what we do, but not the unwise people. So wise people keep it in mind, in their mind, that that person has done something great, but unwise people will criticize, see that he didn't even uh, show even a reaction. So that's how that the thing, that if there are road ranges like tailgating and making yourself disturb, so only thing you have to do is that call the police. But think, if you take that matter personally and if you go fight with that person, sometimes that anger may lead you to kill that person. Think that if that happen, you will end in the jail, your family will fall into some sort of troubles, and that the other person, that unwise person, also will lose his life. So therefore, wise people always talk about the being sharing the love and the kindness. I think I said this, not in this session, in another session. If you want to find that how loving kindness change others heart, uh, if your Amazon or FedEx or the USPS deliver doesn't deliver carefully or just throwing things you can see from your bell camera, your ring bell camera. So just prepare some snacks and water and place it the outside and putting a note, dear friend, or deliver something like that. This is for you. Make yourself comfortable and have this. So you first we feel like, why should I do that? This person never even showing respect to what I paid. But once you do that, when he start to throw that, when he see that, he never throw that. He'll keep it safe and he will feel love and kindness, and he'll have that. And hereafter he'll never do that the thing. So likewise, it's better to share love and kindness even in the tough situations, other than showing our anger. Nama Buddhaya.
I hope, like, I have two questions, to be honest. It's a
Yes.
bit practical to me because, like, the audience also a bit different. So I won't really know about how they think about this kind of it's not an issue, like, I'm just sharing the stuff. So I wanted to know how they think about this kind of a situation. So, and also for me, like, I would love to share, like, how I handle it. So I really wanted to know because, like, I'm originally, like, I'm born as a Buddhist. So then I have a kind of like a stream and a culture where I grew up. So luckily I got some luckily I got Buddhism from the origin. So then, like, my mindset was like staggered in a different way, like, from the beginning in like a curve. So gradually it is increasing and it comes to the top, something like that. But I want to know how the other peoples are think on this kind of situation. The situation is like this. So one of my friend, so he's currently working in Malaysia. It's like, working as an engineer, to be honest. This is a real question. So I wanted to bring him to Canada. So my director is like, is in good with me. So then I always ask him. I didn't ask him. He came to me, and he asked me, Johan, like, can you recommend somebody to bring to your team? So because, like, it's our team is like entire Canada, so it's like a bigger part of the. It's I'm talking about the bigger picture. So so then, like, I gave the recommendation. So then what? Once I gave the recommendation, he replied me back. So he replied me back, and he asked, like, Johan, like, if you bring him, so it will be threat to you. Didn't you think like that way? So what did you think about it? Like, I wanted to know, like, from the like a bigger positions, those who are handling all those things. So how they will think like that? Why did they think like that? So because I truly wanted to help my friend to come over here and with the job, so he will be quite secured. And once I give the recommendation, because he's really good at it, so, but the director was telling me that why you're recommending a guy better than you? Because it will be a threat for you in a one day. So I totally confused, to be honest. So this is my first question. So is there any, like, if somebody would like to share this kind of a situation, how you handle it? So would love to share hear it.
Yeah, we will give the audience to answer your question. So anyone would like to raise answer, please raise up your hand. Oh, so I'll give you unmute yourself. You can unmute if you don't know to raise up. Now you can unmute.
Um, to me, recommending someone who's better than you actually improves you as well, because you have a better person to aspire to. at least from my perspective. So that is a good thing to do.
Right. Are there any other ideas?
I agree with the last person's comment that it certainly makes you a better person. I can see if the question is how to handle the situation, I think I can see that maybe the confusion over why somebody would do something like that. I think it might come in part from the common perspective here of competition, that in a workplace there tends to be a tone of competition, that everybody is sort of out, they're trying to improve their own position, but not necessarily the position of others. And you can be colleagues and friends, but to a certain degree sometimes, or a lot of the time, you're also kind of competing with each other for a better position. And so that could be where the confusion is coming from over, but why would you do this when you know that this person is better at this job than you and someday is going to come for your job? So I can see why there might be confusion on their part there. They don't get it. And maybe the approach might be to just be honest, to say, I'm doing this because I genuinely want to help this person. And, if it turns out that they are better at my job than I am, well, then maybe it's time for me to move to something else. Like they may not, your coworkers may still not be able to understand the logic. They may not understand the perspective, but at least you'll have tried, and maybe they'll change their perspective, maybe not, but it might help a little. I don't know.
Okay, thank you, Carrie. There is another raise of hand. So after that, I'll say what Buddha has taught about. There are two nice similes. I'll bring those.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, Bhante, because Bhante Bodhi just gave a talk the other night where he said that merit making is so important that if you recommend your friend, if you help your friend, you're making so much merit that it doesn't matter what happens. Maybe you get fired, maybe your boss is, it doesn't matter. I mean, the point is to make merit, right?
Okay, thank you for the comments for both of you. So now I'll bring the two. Is there anyone else? No, right? Yeah, Johan, go ahead.
So that's why I wanted to show up, and that's why I wanted to share you guys, because I've been working in different parts of the world. To be honest, this is the first time I'm coming to Canada. So, but I didn't realize these things are happening around us. So my mindset also working in a different way. So what I replied to him. So the reason why I'm here, because some of my friends recommend me to come over here. So I did the same to my other friends as well. But on somebody who didn't practice that one will not see like that way. So their thoughts are like in a different direction. So I genuinely told, being honest with you guys, I'm genuinely told that, so I never thought about it like that way. There's no any competition. So it's friends, like I'm trying to help him. So, but indirectly might be it creates maybe a point of jealousy from his heart, as well as because I'm not I'm a normal human. So maybe indirectly it can cause, if I didn't hear these things before, it can cause a jealousy from my heart as well. So I am truly grateful that I had listened to the sermons, and I'm trying to, I'm talking to these sermons. So then it's really helped me also to give that answer. So I wanted to share with you guys. That's why I was sharing it.
Thank you very much, Johan. Your kindness and your appreciative joy upon the others even. And thank you for your comments on that. So uh, the problem is really in the sensual pleasures. It's like this, you know. Sensual pleasures means that the happiness which create by seeing out of things and making happiness. So it's something like this. So when we see a what we can say, like think that when we see a car or think that we all grew up in the same house and as siblings, everyone believe that this house is mine. Everyone say the same thing, and everyone in their heart they believe that this is my house. So if parents want to give this house to someone, that every sibling has the feeling that I should receive that. Likewise, when sensual pleasure is what we seeing from the outer world, and of not only the seeing, listening, of smelling and tasting and tangibles, and using that, we all create our own sensual pleasure world in our mind. So then we are dealing with the things that this is me and mine. That's why the boys always fight for girls when they were teenagers. So everyone believe that she's mine. Likewise, so uh, don't be in your past. Come to this moment. I just wanted to say something where you can understand. So that this sensual pleasure happiness, which is not the happiness Buddha taught, that inside happiness which Buddha taught to going through even jhana level, that sensual pleasure happiness have its own disadvantages. I'll bring up two due to the lack of time refrain. So one is the Buddha is giving like a example, like think about this. It's like I can remember I don't know how to say the right name in English. If anyone know, can say that the Gijulihinia. Gijulihinia means like a seagulls, or like a group birds. They used to live as a group. So when they receive some sort of flesh or something, what they do is they grab it from their mouth and they fly. When they fly, all the other same group of birds come and bite while the other bird flying, and bite and try pack and try to hurt that bird until that flesh uh, fallen down from the mouth. So why they do that? Because the others also like to that flesh. So that means when you're living in this sensual pleasure world, there is always disadvantages, that we always create enemies because others also love to what we love. The other example is Buddha saying that one who really want to eat some delicious fruit, and what he does is he climb to that tree and pluck fruit and eat it. So another person comes, but unfortunately he can't climb trees, but he has an axe in his hand. What he is doing, he's cutting that tree to make it fallen and eat that fruit. So if the other one is still in the on the tree, he will fallen and he will get some severe wound or some difficulties. So likewise, so uh, in the same example goes that the Johann works there, and the other one never want to compete with you, but he also need uh, to go further in their job. So he's trying different thing, but in his heart he doesn't have even a single thought of hurting you. But eventually, when he receive that, you will get hurt. So it's like that you can take the decisions that the company may take the decision, and the company needs the higher performance, and sometimes that person may recruit upon you. So some things like that happen. It's a problem where the sensual pleasure world has, we can't avoid. So that's why the countries fighting. That's why the everyone competing with each other. Sometimes they even don't expect others to lose. That if it is a game, think that there is a football game, the winning group never want to see others lose, but can't help, someone will lose. So likewise, it's a part of this world. So we have to accept that. When we accept that, we see that the outer world, that the sensual pleasure is always with suffering. Buddha saying that it's a kind of a happiness, be like eating a delicious yogurt or something from a blade. Yes, of course, yogurt is delicious, but we have to eat it from not a spoon, from a blade. When we eat and eat, there is a possibility to cut our tongue and hurt. So that's the truth we have to admit, even we don't like. Johan, did you understand?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay. So are there any other things to share or would like to ask before we end the program? There was a comment, I couldn't read it. Namo Buddhaya Bhante, I always look forward to your classes. Thank you for bringing up attachments. I am going through that now. I am suffering. A loved ones is in the hospital now. I must keep in mind everything is impermanent. I was a ball of emotions when entering the class tonight. I feel that a bit better right now. Thank you so much for you sharing your valuable time with us. Yes, of course, we'll definitely share the merits with your friend, even because we collected here some merits. That means by practicing meditation, it's definitely have some healing power. If you don't mind, can you put the name of that person, so then we can share the merits as a group, blessings as a group. Okay. Yeah, I received that, Didi. Okay, it's now we all have can share the merits and blessings with Didi's friend Ruby. Okay, bring your hands together like this. So let's share all the blessings we accumulated today by practicing loving kindness, by practicing or listening to the Dhamma, the teachings of the Buddha, and having a very insightful discussion. So by the power of this, especially the merits we accumulated by doing good things in our life, may Didi's friend Ruby heal and feel better, may able to overcome from all the physical and mental sufferings going through in her life, and by the power of this merit, may she able to experience the supreme bliss of happiness. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And I'm sharing all the blessings with you all, and by the power of this merit, may you all able to overcome from all the mental and physical discomforts going through in your life, and especially to our friend Didi, may you able to come out of the sufferings going through in your life due to the your friend's situation, and you all may have things to worry. By the power of these merits, may all the sufferings overcome from your life, and may you all able to practice good qualities which you are practicing already. By the power of this merit, may you all be well and happy. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya. Thank you for you all to being part of this meditation.
Thank you, Bhante. Good night.
Good night. Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you, Bhante. Namo Buddhaya.
Namo Buddhaya. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhante.
Thank you. Manish.